I replaced the glazing on some of these windows. A couple of them needed just replaced, and I scraped it out, cleaned it up, and then I put the glazing down, and now I'm painting it. It's just, you really gotta, like, keep up on your glazing around your windows, because if your glazing starts cracking and bleeding, then you're gonna have a big issue with water seeping through it and then laying on your seal, and then it's gonna rot your seal out, and you'll be replacing the grid itself. And then if you gotta replace the grid, you gotta replace the whole window. So keeping up on your glazing is not a bad thing. I know some people just use caulking to fill the cracks back in or whatever just to get by, but it's not hard for someone that knows how to glaze to knock that stuff out and glaze it. It's just one of those things. It does take time. Anytime someone asks me to glaze something, it's like, I mean, what do you want me to do? You just want me to seal it up, or you want me to actually fix it? And it really comes down to the homeowner and their budget, because the right way of doing it is to go through there and scrape each one of those things, and whatever comes out, just take that whole side out and then replace it. And that consists of glazing the whole window, or just some things here and there. Like, usually the underneath rot out just as fast as the flat surfaces, but the sides, they rot out too. It's just one of those things. I would say the glazing that is in the tube that we're using now, it's not that, I don't know, I noticed it dries fast, and with the slower drying stuff, it seems you seem to get 15 years out of the slow dry, the oil-based stuff. And this latex stuff, even though it's paintable in 30 minutes, I think it dries faster and harder, and in the process of that, it doesn't have no life to it, so it gets brittler quick, and then you'll have to end up scraping it out every, I'd say 5 to 8 years. Because we used glazing in a tube before, and I would say that he got about 8 years out of these windows before we had to come back and fix them again. And it's very common to replace your glazing in certain areas of your house, depending on if it's the part that's in the sun all day, or if it's the part that's in the shade all day. If it's in nasty, gloomy weather areas, it'll rot out just as fast there as it will in direct sunlight areas. And it's just one of those things. It's just maintenance. It's exactly what it is. It's maintenance. And you can have somebody go through and check them every 3 or 4 years, or you can have somebody come through and do it like every 5 to 10 years, depending. But it's something that you definitely want to take. You definitely want to keep an eye on, because if that glazing rots out, then that means that water is going to get underneath that window and start getting that wood wet. And if that wood gets wet, that's where your rot starts starting. The one thing you don't want to do is get your wood wet. But right now I'm going through and I'm just kind of spot priming everything. These windows need worked over, and you're talking a good solid day for both of these windows to get scraped, glazed, painted, and then painted again. I'm not able to do that right now, so it's just going to get a quick once over, because that's what I was told to do. So normally I would tell him, I would have went down and told him that the glazing's worse than what I thought, and did a lot more work to it, but I just replaced what he pointed out, and I did that. And that's one of those things I have a hard time doing, because when I'm painting something and I see it's bad and I got the stuff that's in my hand to fix it, I just normally just fix it. And it's hard not to do that when a homeowner says that he only wants us to spend so much time on it, and I'm learning how to do that. But I'm using an Aura from Bedroom More. It's a very good exterior paint, but for some reason this stuff's like glue. It's super hard. It's not hard, but it's real thick right now. I don't understand what's going on with it. But they also recommend you not painting in direct sunlight over 55 degrees in direct sunlight with this paint. So that means you gotta follow the shade around your house when it gets up in the 80s and 90s. They recommend you not even paint that kind of heat. So a lot of people don't know, but you know, if you read the back of your can on your paint, it tells you everything that you're supposed to do and everything you're not supposed to do. And that's kind of what we call paint it by the book. But being in a truck selling like that with the heat and that metal roof, it's actually hot out right now, and it's not supposed to be hot out right now. Like, this is probably my first exterior of the year that I'm doing, so and like I said, it's just one of those things that I wanted it, so I'm up here doing it. I wish I can give it a good once over, but I'm not able to do that right now because I don't mind this kind of work. I don't mind this kind of work because it's a lot of detail where you got to go through and scrape it and clean it all up and then reglaze it and everything. And I've always liked this kind of work. I like being outside in the fresh air and stuff, but the one thing I don't like doing is a bunch of dangerous moves, like the roofing one right now. Even though it's not really that high up there, your shoes don't stick to it at all. And if I showed you the actual metal itself, you would see my skid marks everywhere where I was just climbing up there just to get up there the first time. And you kind of get your feet in a good sticky position and you just hold it there. It's very dangerous. Normally we would run a ladder up the roof or get a chicken ladder and hang it in the corner and then drape it down and then stand on it. But I'm just in a wicked hurry and I have to do what I gotta do. But yeah, I do not recommend people getting on a roof anything higher than the first floor on a metal roof without having either a ladder underneath of you. Because normally what we do is we run a ladder up the roof and then you can walk up and down it. But I don't have a guy that's staying at the end of it to hold it, to keep it from sliding down and out. So it's just one of those things. I gotta do what I gotta do. It's hard working by yourself sometimes because you don't have that other guy to rely on, but that's my problem, not yours. But right now I'm just trying to pack all this cracks in with paint. At least try to give the homeowner a decent job, even though he's not paying for it. But if you can, hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to grow my channel, and leave a comment if you'd like. No matter what, good, bad, or ugly, it don't matter. And the subscribe thing is totally free. It's just, it helps us. It's like I said, I probably have over 700 subscribers that I subscribe to, so it doesn't cost a thing. It just says, hey, like it, and then it'll start showing you stuff like this if you want it. But for the most part, help me grow my channel. If you got anything out of this, you just hit the subscribe button. I'd be extremely grateful. Leave a comment, tell me what you think. And if there's something that you'd like to see me do or I'm doing, please let me know. That's how I get better at this. So, because it's not about what I want, it's about what you guys want. So, if you can let me know what you think, and if you wanted to see something different as far as like some more up close, because I try to do a little bit of both. I try to do some things up close and I try to do things a little bit further away, so I can give you guys a little better idea of like what's going on with the stuff as I'm doing it. And like I said, and if you hit that like button, I'd really appreciate it. But yeah, just keep watching, stay tuned, because I'm always putting new stuff out. That's what I was saying. If you hit the subscribe button, I put stuff out like this all the time, so it'll just keep you kind of like, hey, I got a new video out. That's all it's for. But God bless you. Stay tuned to the next one. And if you want to see the video of me glazing the windows, there's only a couple of them that I actually glazed and one partial. So if you want to see the video on it, I'm going to upload it too, so you can see me scraping the old bag glazing out and how I repair it too. So you can watch that if you want. One of of these days, if I get a chance, I'll do a little more into detail glazing thing and show you the difference between bucket glazing and actual tube glazing, because one's latex and one's oil based. Two different animals when it comes to applying it. But God bless you, love you, and stay tuned to the next one.